from Henry Emerton Memorial Field in Lebanon, New Hampshire, on the campus of Lebanon High School. This is the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' three-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. Tonight, we're in Lebanon for this gridiron matchup featuring the Raiders of Lebanon hosting the Tigers of Newport. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist for the most complete line of energy products with the highest level of customer and on-site service. And LaValleys and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. And we welcome everybody watching us live across the country, around the world on YCNNow.com. And we have a good matchup tonight. It's the 1-0 Tigers and the 1-0 Raiders. Both teams coming off convincing Week 1 wins last week as the Raiders defeated the Stevens Cardinals 59-14 right here at Memorial Field, while the Newport Tigers coming off a road win over the Mascoma Valley Royals last week, winning 53-10. These two teams, of course, have met for the last two seasons here. Of course, Lebanon dropping down to Division III. These two teams met last year down in Newport. It was a 49-7 win for the Lebanon Raiders. For Newport here tonight, they're again coming off a big win against Mascoma Valley, and the Raiders a convincing win over the Cardinals. And Lebanon, of course, jumping up to Division II this year if they were to play a normal Division II schedule. Newport, meanwhile, a Division III participant the last few years, would have dropped down to Division IV this year, but of course with the COVID-19 schedule, that has been thrown in to whack. But again, these two teams meeting last year, Lebanon winning 49-7. They met 2 years ago in 2018 here at Memorial Field. It was a 47-7 win for the Lebanon Raiders. So we got the coin toss at midfield as the captains meeting. And the Raiders are going to get the ball here to start this game. Our two head coaches tonight for Newport in his second season, it's John Proper. He is a Newport alum, class of 1996. He was part of the 1995 Newport Division IV championship team. He played center and defensive end. He has coached at all levels at Newport, including the middle school and JV levels. And he is in his second season. Last year, Newport getting to the playoffs in Division III, falling to Trinity, the Division III state champs who Lebanon fell to last year at UNH. Should be interesting tonight. I mean, you look at Newport and their traditional smash mouth football. They love to run it, and John Proper, talking to him earlier this week, feels like his team's got a little bit of an edge playing Lebanon. Of course, last year they met to open up the season, and he told us that they were a little shell-shocked on how Lebanon was able to convincingly win that game. So he said his players are aware for this week as to what they're going up against, and looking for a little revenge here as Lebanon has won the last two meetings. And of course winning 49-7 last year and 47-7 in 2018. So Lebanon's going to get the start here. There's going to get the ball, receive the ball here to start this one. And we appreciate you joining us here live on YCN. Of course, last week we had some technical difficulties bringing it to you live, but we have it here tonight in HD on a cool night. It was raining earlier this all day today, in fact, but cleared up around 4 o'clock to have some cool conditions. Here's a little pooch kick. And Lebanon will able to field it here, and nicely wrapped up to the Newport Tigers. So good special teams there as Leone Pooney with the return, and it'll be the Lebanon Raiders 1st and 10. They'll place the football at around the 25-yard line. Of course, Lebanon did a little bit of everything last week on the ground, through the air, and of course it was a lot to do with their quarterback, Jackson Stone. And number 12 will be under center here. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Stone going to keep it himself. And he's able to keep it going. Looked like he might have stepped out of bounds, but they're not going to rule him out, and he keeps on chugging past the 40 and down to the 45. Big run there by Stone as he tight-roped the sideline.
First down Raiders.
And it looked like Newport was going to have him wrapped up there in the backfield. Ryder Lovely, number 14, just couldn't wrap up Stone, who's a tough quarterback to bring down. About a 20-yard gain on the play. So it's 1st and 10 from the 46. It's going to be Pooney, and he's going to be wrapped up for a loss. Nicely sniffed out there by number 26, Jagger Lovely. Newport read that one as Pooney's got a lot of speed, tried to bounce to the outside, and the Tigers were able to corral him. Opening drive here for the Raiders. 11:05 to go, first quarter. Both teams 1-0. An old CVL matchup between these two programs. 2nd and 13 for the Raiders. And it's a handoff. Cole Shambo picks up yardage back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll make it 3rd down. Cole Shambo had a touchdown rush last week for the Raiders, the transfer from Hartford High School. Again, we talked with John Proper, the head coach of the Tigers. He's coached a lot of these upperclassmen here. Of course, his son plays on the team, Tanner Proper. He's a tight end and linebacker. 3rd and 11 from the 45 for the Raiders. First 3rd down attempt here, and it's a bobbled snap by Stone, and he's able to elude some defenders, and then he's brought down, thrown, incomplete, so it's not a sack. He was out of the tackle box, so no intentional grounding, and good pressure there by the Tiger defensive front, and it brings up 4th down. And the Raiders will look to punt here. It was a low snap, and Stone had a little trouble handling it and just couldn't get enough protection, and then was able to throw it away, and luckily he was out of the tackle box, so no intentional grounding. So Raiders looking to punt here on 4th and 11. Good high over end punt, and it's retrieved by Bryce Wiley, and he's going to get right around to the 15, close to the 15-yard line with 9:58 to go in the first quarter as Lebanon goes 3 and out after picking up a first down on a big 20-yard rush by Jackson Stone, and now it's the Tigers' turn after putting up 53 points last week against the Royals out in West Canaan. Again, Newport going 4-6 last year, falling in the quarterfinals to state champion Trinity. Of course, Newport with 8 state championships in program history, the most recent coming in 2015. Now again, the football will not be touched by referees here this season. It has to be brought in by the players, so I'm sure that is something everybody's still trying to get used to. It is a cool night here tonight, as you can see the breaths of the players on your TV screens. Right now it's 50 degrees here at Memorial Field. Jagger Lovely on the carry there for the Tigers.
Jagger Lovely on the carry. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd
Picks
and
up
8.
a couple with 9:38 and counting, brings up 2nd and 8. This is the final road game of the season for Newport. Weird to say that, but next week home to Fall Mountain, home to Monadnock, and then home to Stevens, the rivalry matchup to close things out. Bouncing to the outside is Marius Edwards, the quarterback, on the QB keep.
10, Marius Edwards on the carry, forced out of bounds by 22. Cole Shambo.
Stops the clock at 9:16.
Gain of about 2 on the play.
2-yard gain, we'll call it. Third and a long 6. As Edwards is the quarterback, Edwards the senior. And here's some big yardage and enough for a first down for the Tigers. Josh Sharon on the carry.
25, Josh Sharon.
Sharon, a senior, and the Tigers pick up their first down of the night.
Jacob
Hibner on the stop for the Raiders, so
30-yard line.
First third and long, or first third down for Newport, and they convert with 8:58 and counting. Again, Newport pretty much known that they love to run the football, and they've done it for almost 3 decades and then some. There's a fumble on the handoff, and it's loose, and who has it? It looks like it's been recovered by Newport. Josh Orlowski, the center. Very lucky he fell on it. Boy, that ball squirted around on the turf, and Newport picks it up, and they're going to get a first down out of it. So how about Josh Orlowski, the senior center, number 64. Good heads-up play.
Second down, 4 yards to go. The ball's at the Tiger 35-yard
Correction, that did not convert into a first down. That did pick up positive yardage, though, so it makes it about 2nd and 5 from the 35 of Newport. Out of the shotgun, and it's going to be a direct snap and a quick burst of speed for Jagger Lovely. And he should have enough for a Tiger first down, their second of this drive. Stops the clock with 7:58 here in the first quarter. No score. Newport with their first possession. Lebanon was stalled at the 45 in their own territory on their first drive. Clock resumes on moving. 7:48 first quarter, 1st and 10 for Newport. Ball just over the 40-yard line. Handoff again to Lovely, but the Raiders on it. Should be about a yard pickup. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. So we've seen Jagger Lovely.
Gain of a yard on the play, 2nd and 9. The Tiger 42.
Josh Sharon picking up a first down earlier for Newport. But so far, so good for the Tigers here on the road as we hit the 7-minute mark here in the first quarter. Off right tackle goes Jagger Lovely.
Jagger Lovely on the carry again, tackled by 11.
Picks up about 4 to make it 3rd and about 5 for the Tigers with 6:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score.
3rd and 5 from the Newport 46.
6:30 and counting. First drive of the night for the Tigers. Fog starting to roll in here at Emerton Memorial Field. And the Tigers have to burn a timeout as the play clock was winding down. Here on a big 3rd and 5. No, it's funny to say that on an opening drive, but boy, that would be a good momentum booster here if Newport can convert this, as they have a 3rd and 5 from their own 46 with 6:19 to go here in the first quarter. No score as Newport burns their first timeout of the game. In addition to airing on WYCX at Comcast 721 or TDS TV 1013, all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure anytime at ycnnow.com. And make sure you stay tuned at the end of the game for our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, when we choose the player that had the greatest impact on today's contest. So again, we say hi to everybody watching us live, ycnnow.com, and on your Comcast channel 721 or TDS TV 1013. Probably a little bit warmer where you're sitting here tonight. But we're glad we have football here, and what so far has been Newport with a sustained drive, but they face a big 3rd and 5 here on their own 46 after the timeout. Edwards will hand it off, trying to bounce to the outside is Lovely, and he's going to be held short. Maybe a yard gain, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Pooney on the tackle.
Pooney on the tackle. Nice job by the Raider defensive edge.
46-yard line.
And we'll see what John Proper, the head coach of the Tigers, will do here. And they are going to punt it with 5:51 to go first quarter, 4th and 5. Jackson Stone standing back at his own 15. He did return a punt for a touchdown last week. Looks like Newport having some personnel issues. They might have to burn a timeout here if they can't get this kick away. Nice punt there from Marius Edwards, the quarterback. Stone telling everyone to clear out. That'll take a Tiger bounce, and it'll be down at around the 15-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will have it for the second time tonight. 5:14 first quarter, still no score as the Raiders with their second touch of the night. So even though Newport came up empty in that drive there, I would imagine Tiger fans have to feel pretty good converting a couple of third downs on that play, on that drive, excuse me. And now the Raiders' turn here after getting a big Jackson Stone rush, but the drive stalled at around the 45. They'll have a 1st and 10 around their 15-yard line. Not sure if that was a broken play or not, but Stone kept it himself. And it's going to be a loss.
Loss of 2 yards on the play.
Loss of 2 to make it 2nd and long with 4:58 to go in the first quarter, no score. Raiders with their second offensive drive of the night. C.J. Childs is to the right of Stone out of the shotgun, and instead he's going to pitch it to Shambo, and Shambo caught from behind. Looked like 13, Chase Hamilton on the initial stop. They'll get back to the original line of scrimmage to make it 3rd and long 9 here with 4:20 to go. First quarter, no score. Tigers last year started off struggled. They went 1-5 to start the season. Eventually won a couple of big games down the stretch to get into the playoffs at 4-6 in Division III last year. On 3rd and 9, Stone back to pass, gets it to Childs as he was able to make a nice grab, breaks a tackle, and he'll lunge to the 35. And boy, that was really good hands by by C.J. Childs, the son of head coach Chris Childs. Boy, he kind of bobbled it there and did a nice job to be able to corral it and then fight off the Newport defenders for a couple of extra yards, and that'll make it a 1st and 10 at the 35 of Lebanon. So the Raiders converting the 3rd down there, and they'll have a 1st and 10 again from the 35. Again, shotgun for Stone. Stone back to pass, hit as he throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stone took a hit there. It was Devin Hino on the hit, number 37, the junior. He got a good look at Stone there. And it brings up 2nd and 10 with the clock stopped at 3:33 to go. First quarter, no score. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. And again, shotgun formation for the Raiders. Looks like it's Shambo to the left of Stone. And it's going to be a quick screen to Shambo. He's got some running room there, but nicely brought down was 25, Josh Sharon, again calling his name a couple of times, and he did a nice job of wrapping up Shambo, and that was a good piece of tackling right there for the Newport defender, and it's going to bring up 3rd down with 3:10 to go here in the first quarter, still no score.
3rd down and 11 from the 34-yard line.
Trips receivers bunch to the right. As again, a shotgun formation for Stone on 3rd and 10. He'll throw it near sideline, and it's in and out of the hands of Calvin Bates, the senior, the very reliable senior wideout, but slipped in and out of his hands, and it brings up 4th down with 2:45 stopped on the clock. He was all by himself, it looked like, right around the 40, and again, it is a little damp out here, and we have seen a couple of, we saw a snap dropped by Stone, and we also saw a fumble as well, and so it's a little slippery out there, and the Raiders forced to punt. Another nice punt. We've been seeing some good punts here tonight, as that one's going to take a Raider roll out around the 29-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it for the 2nd time tonight. 2:35 first quarter, no score here on the YCN Game of the Week. YCN Game of the Week being brought to you in part by LaValle Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Thanks to our great sponsors here on YCNNow.com and on YCN TV. So 2:35, it's the 2nd offensive possession for the Tigers. 1st and 10, ball just shy of their 30. Marius Edwards, the senior quarterback for the Tigers, will be under center here. It'll be a pitch. And getting positive yardage is Jagger Lovely. And that's a good chunk of yardage right there. Pickup of about 5, and we'll bring up 2nd and 5. That was a nice block out on the edge there. Couldn't see who threw it, but Newport very much able to move the football here tonight. So it brings up 2nd and 6 from the 34. It's going to be a give to the fullback. Josh Sharon again with 1:43 to go here in the first quarter. So it's going to bring up 3rd and we'll call it 2. With 1:28 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers picked up 2 first downs on their last drive. They got a 3rd and short here from the 38. Looks like it's a quarterback keeper right up the gut, but it's going to be close. Looked like for the Raiders, Connor Brown was wrapping him up from behind, trying to prevent him from going for the first down, and it looks like they are going to give him the first down on the quarterback keeper from Marius Edwards.
From their own 40-yard line. 1 minute, 12 seconds to go in the first quarter.
So first down for the Tigers as the quarterback keeper just gets enough for the first down. Clock continues to move after the stoppage on the first down. 1 minute to go, first quarter, no score. Newport, no rush, looking to get some clock here and a sustained possession. A little misdirection here, and nicely done run by Jagger Lovely as he fights his way past the 40 to the 45. But it looks like there's a flag on the play, so we'll have to wait and see. Clock stopped with 43 seconds to go, and it's going to be a hold on the Tigers, so that'll wipe off the run there by Jagger Lovely. It was a good run, but all for naught as the hold called on the orange and white. Can see the fog rolling in here on the field. Again, a cool night after mostly rain throughout the day today. So
Holding on the Tigers, it's a 10-yard penalty.
that grass has to be very water-soaked right now.
That'll be placed at the Newport 29-yard line.
So back it up to the 29. It's going to be 1st and 20. And here's a pitch to Jagger Lovely. And he's not going to get much. 25 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. No score. Bring up third and very long for Newport. We'll see if the Tigers just let this one roll to the end of the quarter and talk to the sidelines about what they want to do with a second and 21. And the Tigers are content to let the clock run down, and that's the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the first quarter with the score: Newport 0, Lebanon 0. We'll step aside. You're watching YCN Game of the Week.
It's time for the 4th annual Mount Sunapee Duck Drop presented by North Cape Design Build. Win great prizes and support the Boys and Girls Club, Shine Local, and the Newberry Library. As they say, you can't win unless you're in the pool. Check out the lineup of great prizes and buy ducks for this year's virtual drop at nhduckdrop.com. Then tune in 10-10-20 and win.
So here we go. Shotgun formation for the Tigers. Second time we've seen that tonight. Back to pass is Edwards. Here comes the pressure. He's going to tuck it and run, but he's going to be wrapped up right at the shoelaces. I don't know if, looked like it might have been Connor Brown again. Looked like it was like a shoelace. He was just held him on by his shoe and prevented him from picking up big yardage there. So it's going to bring up third and long with 11 and a half minutes to go here in the second quarter. So third and 22 for the Tigers. They were able to drive to around the Lebanon 40 their first possession, and they'll come out with 4 wideouts here in a shotgun formation. Don't see this too often with the Newport Tigers. But here's something you see. It's a quarterback keeper as Edwards just trying to gain something as he bounces to the outside left. Well shy of the first down, and will bring up 4th down for the Tigers. Like we said, with Newport football, it is run, smash mouth football, and seen a couple of shotgun looks here. And we talked with John Proper, the head coach of the Tigers, and he said one of the things he prides himself on is trying not to be stale with the offensive playbook, and that is something that you don't see too often with the Newport Tiger program. So they're going to be forced to punt here, as Edwards, the quarterback, also the punter. And Jackson Stone, the quarterback for the Raiders, is back to return. Good punt here by Edwards. High end over end kick. It's going to take a Newport bounce, and then Stone's going to pick it up, and then he's going to be dropped. Good coverage downfield.
Jackson Stone on the punt return.
Looked like Ryder Lovely and Josh Sharon were the initial downfield men for the Tigers, and the Raiders will get it here with 10:09 to go, second quarter. Still no score. Mark it down just shy of the 30. We'll call it the 29. And every game big here in this 5-game season. Of course, with the open tournament, got to imagine points. Any points you can pick up here is going to be big. And it looks like Lebanon had to burn a timeout because there was some personnel issues as offensive player came scampering out very late. So Chris Childs will need to burn a timeout here with 10:07 to go, second quarter. 0-0 between the Tigers and the Raiders.
Timeout Raiders.
First timeout burned here by Lebanon. And you look at Newport going 4-6 last year, again falling to Trinity in the quarterfinals. They were 1-8 in 2018. 2017, they went 8-2, fell in the semifinals. Were 5-4 in 2016, falling in the quarterfinals, and then in 2015, their last state championship, their eighth championship in program history in 2015. They went 11-0. To win it all at UNH. Of course, the Raiders last year going Division III runner-ups at 10-2 in 2018. They were 6-4, fell in the quarterfinals, went 1-7 in 2017. But in 2016 and 2015, they made it to the quarterfinals in the postseason. So 4 out of the last 5 years, the Raiders have gone to the postseason. A very good mark for Chris Childs. Big hit on the other side of the field.
Jack Stone on the carry.
It was the quarterback keeper. And Josh Sharon, number 25,
Loss of a yard, brings it
hit him pretty good on the outside. It's a loss of 1
Ball's on the Tigers' 27-yard line.
with 9:45 and counting. Again, that fog rolling in here on the field. You can see it on your screens. 2nd and 11 from the 27. Stone's going to be out of the shotgun. Trip wideouts to the left. Stone going to keep it himself. He's got Shambo blocking ahead of him, and he's got a lot of room down the sideline. Jackson Stone, and he's tripped up at the 25-yard line. There is a flag on the play down around the 35. Cole Shambo threw a huge block out on the edge to spring Stone free, but it may be coming back, and it is a hold on the Raiders.
Penalties on the Raiders, holding.
Boy, that negates a huge run for Stone.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
I believe that is the first penalty of the night on the Raiders, and it's a costly one.
It'll be 2nd and 14.
So it'll make it 2nd and 14
2nd and 14.
for the Raiders with 9:16 to go. So their first penalty negates a big run. Again, it's going to be 4 wideouts, shotgun formation here for Stone. It's going to be a quick pitch to Shambo, and he's going to be wrapped up by a whole host of Tigers. Josh Sharon, and on the original stop looked like Bryce Wiley, number 7 as well. And it looks like we have another flag on the play. Illegal shift on the Raiders. And it looks like Newport's going to decline it to make it 3rd and long. Because on that last play, it was a loss of about 3.
Penalties on the Raiders. Illegal motion. Newport declines a penalty. So on 3rd and 14.
Justin DiCarlo was in motion on that play for the Raiders and looked like he did not set himself on the play. So Newport declines it to make it 3rd and 14 with 8:55 to go here in the second quarter. Still no score. Stone going to be out of the shotgun. He's got Shambo in the backfield, trips receivers to the right. Stone, protection, going to step up and trying to get to the right side, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Looks like Ryder Lovely
Jack Stone on the carry.
pushing Stone out of bounds. Going to be well short of the first down. It'll be 4th and about 11, and the Raiders will probably punt here with 8:30 to go in the second quarter. No score.
4th down for the 25-yard line.
So credit the Newport defense. They have done a pretty good job here on 3rd downs, keeping the Raiders in check offensively. As once again, here comes a punt. Another nice one, end over end. Edwards, the return man and quarterback, gonna let it roll. Raiders will down it at the 30, and that's where Newport will have it. 1st and 10, no score with 8:21 to go in the second quarter.
No score.
Newport has yet to get into Lebanon territory. They've been knocking on the door. And they'll have a 1st and 10 here, again with 8:21 to go. Second quarter, no score. Power I formation here for the Tigers as they'll send a man in motion. And it's a give to the halfback, and Jagger Lovely picks up about 3 on the play to make it second down.
Flag on the play.
And it looks like we got some laundry on the field, so let's wait and see what the call is. It's a personal foul on the Raiders. So that's going to add on 15 yards here. So third penalty of the night on the Raiders, and that should move Newport up pretty nicely here. It's a dead ball foul. They're going to add on 15 at the end of the run, according to our head official. Looks like some confusion here on where they're going to spot it.
So we had a yard gain on the play. And we had a dead ball.
So they'll mark it around the 48.5-yard line.
It's a 15-yard penalty.
After the dead ball personal foul on the Raiders. So
Newport.
first and 10 for Newport, looking to get into Raider territory for the first time tonight. Edwards hand off to Jagger Lovely, and he'll fight his way to the 50, and they'll sneak him into Raider territory. Right at the 50, they're going to mark him down to bring up second down.
Jagger Lovely on the carry, stopped by 77, Cameron Davio. Gain of almost
Cameron Davio on the tackle.
From midfield.
With 7:43 and counting here, first half, still no score. It's been a good game so far between these two teams. Of course, Lebanon won this game pretty convincingly last year to open up the season, and so far Newport has held their own as they'll have a 2nd and 9 right at the 50-yard line. Out of the pistol, it's Edwards, but it's going to be a direct snap to Jagger Lovely, and he's not going to be going anywhere. Wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, they're going to say it's a fumble, and it was recovered by the Raiders. Looked like Cameron Davio came away with it. I did not see the ball slip out, but first costly turnover of the game for Newport. So the Raiders will have the possession here, 1st and 10. First time they've been in Newport territory tonight. See if they can convert on the turnover. Stone hands it off to Shambo, breaks a tackle, coming to the near side left, and he'll fall forward past the 45. Josh Sharon wrapped him up. Looked like Shambo was going to be wrapped up right on the right side, and then he was able to shake a tackle and turn nothing out of something into nothing there. As a nice job there by Shambo, again the Hartford graduate, or transfer, excuse me. 6:35 and counting. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Raiders. See if they go right back to him. Nope, it's going to be C.J. Childs on the carry. Fights his way to around the 41-yard line. C.J. Childs, a junior.
Tackled by number 64, Josh Walowski.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and
Gain 2 on the play.
Call it 4 here.
It's a 3rd down from the Tigers' 41-yard line.
Raiders will go shotgun here on 3rd and about 4.5. It's going to be a snap to Stone, trying to go off right tackle, and he's got the first down and more.
stay on the carry. That'll be first down.
Very patient running there by the quarterback as he didn't panic, found the seam and able to pick up the first down with 5:44 to go here in the second quarter. I believe Stone last week, 2 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown, and also returned a punt for a touchdown as well. 5.5 and counting, 1st and 10 for Lebanon. Trying to score off the fumble, and there's a fumble as Stone dropped it and picks it up, and then he's going to be dropped down for a loss. 78, Adriana Urista for Newport. Knocks Lebanon backwards as it's going to be 2nd and long. Again, that ball's been slippery tonight. We've seen that's the second snap that's been mishandled there by Stone. It has not come back to hurt him, but that ball is slippery. So 2nd and long from the 37 for Lebanon. Stone, quick pass, throwing it high and off the hands of Calvin Bates. They were looking for the quick slant slant hit right there, and brings up 3rd down, and the clock stopped with 4:46 to go here in the second quarter. Still no score. So it's 3rd and 14 for the Raiders here with 4:46 to go. Scoreless ball game. Shotgun here for the Raiders on 3rd and long. Stone back to pass. Throws it over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands. Pooney couldn't come up with it. And Naoti Pooney looked like if he made the catch, he would have had some daylight, but couldn't come up with it, and it brings up 4th and long. And see what Chris Childs will do here. You're a little bit in no man's land as you're pretty far for a field goal attempt, and obviously if you punt it, want to prevent the touchback. So let's see what they do here, and looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and long. So 4th and 14 for the Raiders on their own 37 as they go for it on 4th down. Pump fake by Stone. Shoots it down the right sideline. It's caught by Calvin Bates, and he's knocked out of bounds at around the 5-yard line.
First and goal from the 6-yard line.
1st and goal for the Raiders as Calvin Bates comes up with a big grab there. Nice throw by Stone. And the Raiders convert on 4th and 14. Don't see that too often. So 1st and goal from the 6. Raiders looking to punch it in here. It's a handoff to Childs as he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Still trying to turn the feet, and he'll fight his way forward for positive yardage to bring up 2nd and goal. Jagger Lovely on the stop. 4:08 and counting here in the first half. First red zone opportunity for the Raiders of this game. Shambo and Childs in the backfield for the Raiders on 2nd and goal. Shambo, little misdirection. It looked like he slipped, and then he's going to be wrapped up. 78, Urista in on the stop again. And it's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Looked like Shambo slipped a bit as he went to the right, and then he tried to cut back, and that's when he lost his footing. And give credit to that Tiger front 7 as they were able to make the play. And now it's 3rd and goal with 3:20 and counting. Scoreless game. Got to imagine this is 4-down territory here for the Raiders. So here we go, 3rd and goal from the 5. It's going to be a shotgun formation for Stone. Stone rolls to his right, hit as he throws, and it's almost intercepted, and it really should have been intercepted. But the pass is broken up, and it'll bring up 4th down. Josh Sharon had it right in his mitts, and he couldn't come up with it, and Now it'll bring up 4th and goal with 2:59 to go in the first, here in the first half. Credit Stone, though. He stepped in and took a hit right in the pocket. Don't see too many quarterbacks doing that. And it looks like Tanner Ames is going to attempt the field goal. So about well, we'll call it a 17-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it is no good as it sails to the left. And the Newport defense holds on as they were backed up to their own 5, and now Newport will get it with 2:57 to go here in the second quarter. And it looked like a clean snap and a clean hold and just sailed a little bit left. And we remain scoreless in what has been a good game here tonight. Raiders could not convert on the turnover at midfield. Remember, they started that drive off the fumble. So, of course, they spot the ball where the placement of the field goal attempt was.
First down Tigers from their own 20-yard line.
So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 20. And it's a handoff. Josh Sharon on the carry with 2:48 and counting.
Jagger Lovely on the carry. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 from the 23-yard line.
So gain of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 with 2:23 and counting, and Newport in no rush as they'll get the football to start the second half. Misdirection there, and on the carry, 25 Josh Sharon again with 1:55 to go. Be curious here if Chris Childs burns a timeout to try and stop the clock and try to maybe get one more crack at it. But the clock is continuing to move. 1:35 and counting. 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. So probably the thinking here is if we can stop them on 3rd down, we'll call timeout and hopefully get a crack at it. Newport here looks like they're going to have to burn a timeout. They wanted to take it as deep as they can. And they'll have a 3rd and 5 as they burn their second timeout. Still no score, 1:20 to go first half. It's been a good one here tonight. Newport has been able to convert a couple of 3rd downs. Raiders recovering a fumble at midfield and drove it all the way down to the 5. But they missed the field goal attempt, and we remain scoreless. 3rd and 5 here. Again, Newport gets the football to start the second half. Again, the final road game for Newport this year. Again, they'll have Fall Mountain next week down in Newport, 1:30 kickoff. Of course, Newport plays their home games on Saturdays. So Newport burns the timeout, 1:20 to go here in the first half. No score. It's going to be a 3rd and 5. Raiders have 2 timeouts left. And again, you got to imagine if they can hold him here on 4th down, Raiders call the timeout and hope you can get a short field. And you did have a nice pass hookup between Stone and Bates earlier that got him into the red zone. So don't discount the long pass play. Here we go, 3rd and 5 for Newport. Ooh, it's a reverse. Look out. Trying to bounce to the outside left and not going to get it. was Bryce Wiley.
7, Bryce Willie on the carry. Tackled by 77, Cameron Davio.
Cameron Davio on the stop. Nice read there by number 77. No gain on the play. Lebanon calls a timeout to stop the clock with 1:11 to go. That's their second timeout.
So that brings up 4th and 10.
So it brings up 4th and 10 after a 5-yard loss. I like the play call there by the Tigers. A little bit something different, but credit to Newport. They were all over that one. And again, credit Cameron Davio, who was able to make the tackle and not allow Wiley to get any open space. So we told you Newport hosts Fall Mountain next week. Raiders are going to have a really strong test next week. They're going to go out to Plymouth and play the Bobcats, who, of course, for many, many decades were the standard bearers of high school football in New Hampshire. And Lebanon has had some good success there in the last 10 years or so. So that should be a good one next week out in Plymouth. So Newport will be forced to punt here. Edwards with a low end-over-end kick. Stone's going to let it roll, and that's going to take a Tiger bounce, and they're going to mark it down at around the 41 of Lebanon. So the Raiders will have 1 timeout left with 1:04 to go, and they'll be at their own 41. Again, Newport will get the football in the second half. Like we said, this has been a good football game here tonight. Both teams have made plays on the defensive side of the football. Again, Lebanon had the best chance to get on the board first, but credit the Newport D to hold them at the 5-yard line, and then a missed field goal turned the ball over on downs. 1st and 10 for the Raiders with 1:04 to go before the half, and they'll come out of the shotgun here. Stone looks right, throws right, and it's complete to Justin DiCarlo. And he's tackled at the 45 with 53 seconds to go here in the first half. And the Raiders do have 1 timeout left, and Chris Childs furiously waving his arm saying, "Let's go." You'd like to save that timeout if you can try and get close to field goal range. 2nd and 6 here for the Raiders. Stone back to pass, hit as he throws, ball's in the air, and it's almost intercepted. Stone was hit hard from behind by 64, Josh Orlowski. And the penalty looks like it's going to be on the Raiders. And by the way, nice sportsmanship there by Orlowski as he made sure Stone was okay after he put a big hit on him blindside right as he threw the ball. The ball skipped in the dirt. Tanner Proper, the son of head coach John Proper, looked like he had a chance to pick it up, but it skipped in the dirt. So they back it up to the 32 of Lebanon with 25 seconds to go. Again, the Raiders do have 1 timeout left, but they've got a 2nd and about 18 after the penalty. 4th penalty of the night for the Raiders. 4 wideouts here for the Raiders with Shambo the tailback, Stone out of the shotgun. Pocket collapses, now he's going to throw it down the right sideline, and it's out of the reach of DiCarlo, incomplete.
Pass attempt is just out of the reach of Justin DiCarlo.
Stops the clock with 23 seconds to go, and it brings up 3rd and 18 for the Raiders. DiCarlo had a step on his man, but just was out of his reach.
Go, Leb, put it in the end zone.
23 seconds to go before the half. It's 3rd and 18 for the Raiders. Stone thinking about running. Now he will tuck it and run it, and he'll run out of bounds. Stopping the clock with 16 seconds to go. He's going to be short of the first down. Got back to the original line of scrimmage and then some.
Jack Stone on the carry.
And we'll see if Lebanon punts it here, which got to imagine if Newport fields it cleanly, they'll most likely just take the knee and go into the halftime locker room tied at 0. Which I think if you would ask John Proper, he'd be very happy with where things are at. Obviously, I'd like to clean some things up here in the second half, but so far so good for Newport. Have to be happy with the way the Tigers have held their own here on the road. Looks like Stone is going to punt it, and then we got a flag. Going to be a delay of game on Lebanon, so that'll back him up a little bit to give him some room. 16 seconds to go here in the first half.
Play, dead ball penalty, delay of game, 5-yard penalty. Backs the ball up to the Raider 38-yard line, and then 4th down.
So back it up 5 more yards, and again Stone will punt it away. Nobody's back deep for Newport, trying to protect it in case Stone decides to run, and they're content letting it roll, and it will roll. And Chris Childs was yelling from the sideline, no, don't touch it, let the clock run down. And then just as he says it, C.J. Childs runs up and downs the football. So the Tigers will get it with 7 seconds to go, and you got to imagine they'll just take it into the halftime locker room with the score 0-0 here in a evenly matched first half so far, I'd say, between these two programs. And Edwards is just going to take the knee, and that's going to end the first half of play. So the Newport Tigers on the road, and the Lebanon Raiders in their second home game of the year are at a 0-0 draw here in this first half, as both teams making some plays on both sides of the football, and Newport and Lebanon are knotted at 0 as we go to the halftime locker room. 15-minute intermission here at the half. It's Lebanon 0 and Newport 0. You're watching YCN Game of the Week. We'll take a break and we'll come back live here at Emerton Memorial Field. No score between Newport and Lebanon. Back after this, YCN Game of the Week. Good evening, everybody, from Henry Emerton Memorial Field in Lebanon, New Hampshire, on the campus of Lebanon High School. This is the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. Tonight, we're in Lebanon for this gridiron matchup featuring the Raiders of Lebanon hosting the Tigers of Newport. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist for the most complete line of energy products with the highest level of customer and on-site service. And LaValle's and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. All right, welcome back here, YCN Game of the Week, as we're at the half here at Emerton Memorial Field. No score between the Newport Tigers and the Lebanon Raiders, as these two teams come into a stalemate there in the first half, and really the first chance for the Raiders were a fumble recovery at the 50 from the Tigers, and Lebanon drove it all the way down to the Newport 5 and then attempted about a 20-yard field goal, and it went wide left, and Newport was able to hang on and keep the score knotted at 0. We've seen the Raiders offensively, seems like they've been able to put together some good drives, but credit Newport, they've been able to stop them when they need to, and especially on third downs. Penalties have not helped the Raiders here tonight at all. 4 penalties in the first half on the Raiders, and I believe 2 of them were personal foul penalties, so that is something certainly head coach Chris Childs has said for his team we have to clean that up, which negated a couple of big plays in that first half as well. If you're John Proper, the head coach of the Newport Tigers, think you got to be very happy the way the first half came out, as obviously the fumble at midfield, not what you wanted to see. But Newport's defense has held strong, and they have been able to keep Jackson Stone contained for the most part. And the Tigers are very much in this ball game, as we are scoreless here at the half. And again, for Newport, I would imagine it's stay with the game plan, long drives, try to keep that Lebanon offense on the sideline. And for Lebanon, it's got to cut down on the mental mistakes, including the penalties, which have, again, costed the Raiders a couple of times in that first half. Credit both quarterbacks, Jackson Stone for Lebanon, Marius Edwards for Newport. The ball's been pretty slippery out there, and we've seen a couple of bobbles here and there from the quarterbacks, but they've done a nice job tonight in handling that. But the Raiders, they've been trying to mix it up a little bit. Obviously we've been seeing the rotation of Shambo, Childs, and also Pooney in the backfield, but the Raiders also connecting on a big pass play from Stone to Bates that put him down at the 5 off of that fumble late in the second quarter. But of course the Raiders again coming up empty in that possession as they had the missed field goal. Fog has really settled in here at Emerton Memorial Field. I mean, even through my binoculars, tough to see through on the other side of the sideline. But we've had the fog for the most part here throughout this game. Newport is going to get the football to start the second half. Of course, the fog may remind NFL fans the old Fog Bowl there, in 1988 between the Bears and the Eagles, which turned out to be a really sunny day, and then just thick fog rolled in and you couldn't even see it on the telecast. So Newport is going to get the ball here as Lebanon will kick off. Again, no score in this game, and we talked about it this week. Lebanon definitely the favorite, but could Newport keep it close? And so far through the first 2 quarters, they have done just that. Tanner Ames is going to kick it away here for the Raiders. Darshawn Chesser and Ryder Lovely back deep, and that ball's going to go out of bounds, and Newport's going to get good field position.
Second half kickoff went out of bounds.
That's the 5th penalty on the Raiders tonight, and it's going to give Newport good field position here to start this second half. Again, Newport has crossed into Lebanon territory. They got in at the 49, and then the next play they fumbled it, and as we mentioned before, Lebanon drove it down to the 5 but could not come up with points. So Newport would love to get a deep drive here and try to get into Lebanon territory.
A procedure penalty. Newport elects to take the ball at their own 35-yard line.
So they'll spot the ball at the 35 after the kickoff going out of bounds. Edwards will be under center here for first down and 10 for the Tigers. Inside handoff, and maybe getting a yard or 2 is Josh Sharon. Sharon's had a good game tonight on both sides of the ball. Call it a gain of 1.
82, Tanner Ames on the tackle. Gain of almost a yard on the play, 2nd and 9. From the Tiger 36.
Brings up second down and 9, 11:25 and counting. Here in the third quarter, opening drive of the half for the Tigers. Edwards, handoff to Jagger Lovely, goes off left guard.
Jagger Lovely on
Picks
the
up a couple to make it third down.
Cameron
Davio on the stop. Davio's had a couple of nice plays. I believe he was also the player who recovered that fumble in that first half. So 3rd and 6 for the Tigers on the 39. We've had a couple of key third down conversions. Need one more here. They'll come out of the shotgun for the Tigers. It's a botch snap and a fumble recovery for the Raiders. And guess who? Cameron Davio recovers it. Wasn't sure if that was a direct snap, an intentional direct snap, but it went off the hands of Jagger Lovely. And Cameron Davio, number 77, his 2nd fumble recovery of the night. And see if the Raiders can cash in this time. They'll have a 1st and 10 with 10:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd fumble lost by Newport tonight. 1st and 10 here for the Raiders, no score. First possession of the second half, pitch to Shambo. And he'll be dragged down inside the 30. And that'll keep the clock moving with 10:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Pick up a 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. On 2nd and 6, give to Childs, and he's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there by Josh Orlowski. We've called his name a couple of times tonight. Big number 64. He's made some nice plays here this evening. And he's even helping C.J. Childs get the grass out of his face mask. So we've seen some nice sportsmanship from number 64 here tonight. Put a big hit on Jackson Stone earlier and made sure to help him out and make sure he was okay. So it brings up 3rd and 5, gain of 1 on that play. See if this will be 4-down territory. Raiders coming out of the pistol here. They'll send Childs in motion. Stone gonna keep it himself. And he'll tiptoe the sideline, still going, dragged down to the goal line, and they're going to say he was out of bounds at the 5.
1st and goal for Raiders.
On 3rd and 5, they call number 12's number, and he comes through with a big pickup.
We'll have 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
Almost a 30-yard pickup there for Jackson Stone. So 2nd trip into the red zone for the Raiders. They missed a field goal last time out. Let's see if they can convert here. Clock stopped at 8:55 since Stone stepped out of bounds. 1st and goal from the 6. Early movement.
Flag on the play.
See if there was movement on the Raider offensive line. Oh, they're going to say encroachment on the Tigers. So that should be.
Penalties on the Tigers, encroachment.
That should be a free play.
A little surprised they blew that dead. If it was on the defense, they should have let the play continue, and Childs would have walked into the end zone. But that's why I was a little hesitant to say it was on Newport, because if it was offsides, they should have let the play happen. Should have been a free play. So either way, we'll move it to the 3, half distance to the goal. 1st and goal here for the Raiders. Stone going to keep it himself, trying to move the pile. And he's not going to get there, just short.
Quarterback keeper.
Stacked up right at the line. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. They will give him a gain of 1, so it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 2. 7:25 and counting. Scoreless game here in the third quarter.
Well, second and goal.
Second and goal, big spot here in the game. It's Shambo and Childs in the backfield. Stone hands it off to no one, keeps it himself, spins his way into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Jackson Stone with the 2-yard run into the end zone. And the Raiders strike first with 8:05 to go here in the third quarter. It's 6-0. I'm not sure if that was a broken play or not, but Stone turned to his left, looked like he was trying to hand it off, and then just said, I'm going to keep it myself, and he rolls his way into the end zone, spinning his way off his own offensive lineman into the end zone for the touchdown. Tanner Ames on for the PAT, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So it took a while, but we have our first points of the game. The Lebanon Raiders. Stone, Jackson Stone, a 3-yard touchdown rush. And then the Ames PAT makes it 7-0 Raiders with 8:05 to go here in the third quarter, and that has to make Raider fans feel happy after they came up empty on a first and goal situation at the 5 in the first half. They come back and off a fumble recovery from Cameron Davio, and the Raiders come away with points. Low line drive kick. Nice return here by Ryder Lovely as he fights his way past the 40. And he'll be down at around the 41.
We first down Newport from their own 41-yard line.
And it looks like we got an injured Raider on the field. The time is stopped with 7:56 to go, third quarter. It's the Raiders 7 and the Tigers nothing. In addition to airing on WYCX at Comcast 721 or TDES TV 1013, all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure anytime at ycnnow.com. And again, stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the Heat Player of the Game, when we choose the player that had the greatest impact on today's contest. That'll be after the game. Looked like Connor Brown was the injured Raider, and he walks off under his own power. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the 41-yard line. Good field position here, and off the first down, it's a handoff to Jagger Lovely, and he continues to push the pile and fights his way for some yardage. Good hard run there by number 26, and it'll bring up 2nd down with 7:40 and counting here in the first half. 7-0 Raiders. First touchdown of the game scored by Jackson Stone on the last possession. A 2-yard rush off the fumble. 2 fumbles tonight by Newport, lost them both, but the second one costing them dearly as it's a 7-point lead for the Raiders. Again, Newport's only gotten into Lebanon territory once. They got it to the 49 before that first fumble we alluded to. 2nd and 7. Sharon fights off a tackle, and he fights his way to the 50, very close to the first down, as Pooney was trying to hang on and drag him down, but Sharon able to get the extra yardage, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short. Ball right at midfield here for the Tigers. .6:35 and counting here in the third quarter. 7-0 Raiders. Kind of get a feeling this is a big spot here for the Tigers, and got to imagine it's 4-down territory as well. 3rd and short from midfield. Edwards with the quarterback keeper, and he's got the first down and more. And the Tigers convert on 3rd and short, and they have their deepest drive into Lebanon territory. 1st and 10 from the Raider 45 as number 10, Marius Edwards, the senior, getting his number called and picks up the positive yardage. First down. 6:12 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Second offensive possession here in the 2nd half for Newport. Trips wideouts set up to the right here for Newport. Single back, and that tailback will get the ball, and it's Josh Sharon close to another Newport first down.
Josh Sharon on the carry, stopped by 30.
Looks like Newport getting some good push up front from its O-line, and they pick up the first down.
Newport.
And the Tigers are driving, as they'll have a 1st and 10 from the Raider 35. Seeing a mix of Sharon, Lovely, Edwards tonight as far as the ball carriers go for the Tigers on 1st and 10. Handoff to the fullback. And some big gain there, or some nice positive yardage there. 37 on the carry, and that is Devin Hino. And he picks up 5 on the play to make it 2nd and short. 5:10 in counting 3rd quarter, 7-0 Raiders. Jackson Stone, a 2-yard touchdown run with 8:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. The difference so far after a scoreless first half. The fumble recovery by the Raiders at the 50, proving to be the difference so far in this one. 2nd and 5 for Newport. Bad snap, ball's loose. It kicked around. Who has it? Still loose. Newport's already had 2 fumbles tonight. They've lost them both. Who has it this go around? The Raiders think they have it. But Orlowski, the center, is underneath the pig pile, and he came away with it. But the referee saying it's going to be Lebanon ball. And boy, that one is a killer. The 3rd lost fumble of the night for the Tigers. And it'll be Raider ball with 4:21 to go in the 3rd quarter. It was a bad snap. It went to and it got kicked around by a couple of the offensive linemen's feet. And the ball was squirting around. I couldn't see who came up with it for Lebanon, but it'll be Raider ball, leading at 7-0 with 4:21 to go, and that is a huge turnover by Newport. Raiders here with trips wideouts to the left on 1st and 10. Stone gonna keep it himself, and he's gonna be wrapped up for a loss. Devin Hino on the initial stop, and it's gonna be a loss for the Raiders. Lebanon's really trying to work the outside edge on this Newport defense. Call it a loss of 3 on the play, so 2nd and 13 with 3:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 Raiders. 3 turnovers tonight by Newport has hurt their cause, but they're still in this one, only down by 7. 2nd and long for the Raiders on their own 25. Stone looking deep, and it's incomplete. Looked like it was in and out of the hands of DiCarlo. Justin DiCarlo, the junior wideout, just out of his diving grab, and it's incomplete. Stops the clock with 3:22 to go, and it's a 3rd and long. Stone had a lot of time and good protection, just came up empty on it, and now the Raiders find themselves, the clock stopped and 3:13 to go. See what Chris Childs dials up here. They had a 4th and 5 earlier and went for the long ball. Let's see if they mix it up here. 3rd and long for the Raiders, and Stone is hit from the blind side, and he's sacked. Hino again coming out from the blind side, and it's 4th down. 37 came in untouched, and he hit Stone from behind, and he forces the 4th down and a big loss. Huge play by the Tigers.
4th and long for the Raiders' 16-yard line.
I believe that's the 2nd sack of the night for the Tigers. And they should get decent field position here if they can get a good return on the punt. Stone, high snap, and he's blocked! It's blocked! Loose in the end zone! Touchdown, Tigers!
The punt is blocked. Recovered in the end zone.
It was a high snap, and the kick was blocked. Couldn't see who came through, but it's recovered in the end zone for a Newport touchdown. And all of a sudden, what was disaster on the fumble by Newport, they get a special teams play and a chance to tie the game. Wow, that has changed the momentum in this one. Didn't see who recovered it for Newport. Tigers special teams having some issues here on the PAT. So they're trying to get the T here. And now Newport has to burn a timeout, and John Proper not happy on the Newport sideline as Newport burns a timeout with 2:35 in what is a very important PAT attempt right here as they're down by 1. But a punt blocked by the Tiger special team, recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. And all of a sudden, it's a new ball game, 7-6 with the PAT coming. Again, it was a high snap, and Stone did a good job being able to corral it and tried to get himself good position to punt it, and then it was blocked. And then it was recovered in the end zone for a Newport touchdown. So this is a big PAT attempt here for Newport, and hence why Newport had to burn that timeout here. The way this thing's been going, 1 point could be a big difference. So here we go out of the Newport timeout. Marius Edwards, who's the quarterback, the punter, he's also the kicker. He's going to attempt the PAT. Tanner Proper is the holder. Snap, ball down. It's a low kick, and it's no good. It sailed underneath the crossbar. It was a low kick to begin with. And we'll see if that one plays a difference in this one. So with 2:35 to go, it's Lebanon 7 and Newport 6. You have an injured Raider down on the field. Looks like it might be Connor Brown again. Seems like he might be cramping up on the sideline. He had to come off a couple of series ago when he was down on the field, so getting tended to by the athletic trainer. But again, a big play there by the Newport Tigers. A punt block recovered for a touchdown, and they are right back in this one. Still trailing, though, with 2:35 to go here in the third quarter. 7-6 Raiders. It is Connor Brown being helped off on to the sideline. So Newport will kick it away here after the big special teams play. It's a short pooch kick. And it's Cole Shambo returning it. Jagger Lovely on the stop, and the Raiders will get the football here, leading at 7-6 with 2:28 to go in the third quarter. And as quickly as the fog rolled in, it has quickly cleared out here at Emerson Memorial Field on a cool night. First and 10 for the Raiders on their own 38-yard line. Shambo, maybe a yard.
Cole Shambo on the carry.
Makes it second down and 9. Gain of 1 on the play.
Second and 9. Ball's on the Raider 39-yard line.
Minute 55 to go here, third quarter. Clock is moving. Second and 8. It's a pitch to Shambo, and he's not going to go anywhere. Nicely played there by the Newport D.
Loss on the play.
Man, that's a big loss on the play. It's third and long here for the Raiders.
Third and long, the Raider 34-yard line.
Third and 15 for the Raiders. They got to get to the 47-yard line. Stone back to pass, hit from behind, and he's going to be sacked. And then a late flag comes flying in.
Tackle for a loss and a flag on the play.
So let's wait and see. 58 seconds stopped on the clock. The flag came in from the field judge, from the field judge, it looked like. Personal foul on the Raiders, and it's going to be declined. That is the 6th penalty of the night for the Raiders.
Flag is on the Raiders. Personal foul, the penalty is declined, so on fourth
and the penalty is declined to bring up 4th and long, and the Raiders will have to punt here. 58 seconds left to go in the third quarter, 7-6 Raiders, but Newport hoping to get a good return here. Stone to punt. Darshawn Chesser back deep to return. It's going to get a Lebanon roll, and it's down at the 36-yard line of Newport, and that's where the Tigers will get it with 46 seconds to go, trailing by 1 here in week 2 of the NHIAA football season. Both teams at 1-0. This is Newport's final road trip of the season. They'll close out the last 3 games all at home. So it looks like there was a flag that kind of came out on the Lebanon sideline. I didn't see where that came out of. but it looks like it's on Newport. Well, it looks like Lebanon has accepted whatever the penalty may be on. We haven't really, I don't think we've gotten an official signal here from the referee.
Holding on the Tigers.
I think it was a hold on the Tigers.
Brings up 4th and 11.
So move it up
Ball
5
to
yards. Still going to be 4th and
37
long, but it does give the opportunity for Lebanon to pin Newport even deeper into their own territory with 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Stone gets it away, bounces at the 35, and that'll be down inside the 25-yard line for the Raiders. Actually mark it at the 29-yard line with 34 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Newport gets the football again, trailing by 1, 7-6. Unfortunately for the Tigers, 3 fumbles on offense have been an issue. One of those fumbles did cost them. But the other 2 did not. 34 seconds left to go, third quarter. Newport with the football, 1st and 10 from the 29. And off to the fullback. Looks like that's Sharon.
25, Josh Sharon on the carry.
He picks up good yardage there with 28 seconds to, or 29 seconds to go.
The Tiger 34-yard line.
Clock continues to move. Most likely the final play of the quarter. And I think Newport realizing they probably don't have to snap it here before I think the play clock and the clock are lined up, but Newport's going to try and snap it here quickly. And that's the end of the, nobody's recognized the scoreboard there, and that's the end of the quarter. With the score, Lebanon 7 and Newport 6. Fourth quarter, don't want to go anywhere. Tigers will have the football when we come back. You're watching YCN Game of the Week.
Remember to vote, but first become informed. The League of Women Voters will present Zoom forums of district candidates for the New Hampshire House of Representatives for Warner, Sunapee, and New London Newbury. Sign up for a Zoom link specifying your town in an email to 2020nhcandidatesforums@gmail.com. Send your questions in advance. All 3 forums will be replayed in their entirety on YCN. Check the schedule in the shopper for days and times. Then vote on or before November 3rd.
Back here, YCN Game of the Week, getting ready for the fourth quarter. It's 7-6 Lebanon, but Newport will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. A 2nd and 5 from their own 34 as both teams switch ends. Lebanon scoring on a 3-yard touchdown run by Jackson Stone early in the third quarter. Newport blocking a punt, recovered in the end zone for a touchdown, missed the extra point, and that's where we stand, 7-6.
Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd and 3, the ball's at the Tigers.
Gain of 2 on the last handoff there, so it makes it 3rd and 3. 11:29 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Marius Edwards, the senior quarterback for Newport, he's been steady tonight. 3rd and short. Quarterback keeper Edwards breaks a tackle and then another tackle, and he's going to be close, but I think he's going to be short. That was a gutsy run there by the quarterback, but he's going to be short by a yard, and it's going to be 4th and short. What does John Proper do here, the head coach of the Tigers? His team down by 1. Still a lot of time left. But boy, that'd be a gutsy call if they decide to go for it here. So it's going to be 4th and a yard with 10:38 to go. Looks like they are going to go for it. 4th and short. Big play here. Edwards coming to the near side left. He's not going to get it. Wrapped up by Pooney, and it's a turnover on downs. Mayotte Pooney with the tackle, the junior.
Turnover on downs.
You know, I have no problem with the play, with the call to go for it right there.
29-yard line.
Looked like they loaded everybody up on the right side, and Edwards tried to take it the other way. And credit the Lebanon defense for sniffing that out, and now they have good field position, leading it by 1 with 10:21 to go here in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 for the Raiders on the Newport 30. 4 wideouts for the Raiders. Stone out of the shotgun with Shambo, the tailback. Stone takes it himself, and he's not going to go very far as he's wrapped up for a loss. Orlowski in on the stop. Chase Hamilton as well for the Tigers, number 13. It's a loss of 3 on the play. I'm not sure if that was a design quarterback keep or a broken play, but either way, Chris Childs, the head coach of the Raiders, not happy with the result of that. As we're under 10 minutes here in the 4th quarter, here in a tight ball game. It's been a good one tonight. Each team has had a big play. Good defensive struggle here tonight as the Tigers on the road, the big underdogs here tonight. 2nd and 13 for the Raiders with 9:35 and counting, leading it by 1. Handoff to Shambo. And he's wrapped up. Almost back to the line of scrimmage. Orlowski on the stop. Called his name a couple of times tonight, number 64. A senior defensive tackle. So it gets back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage, and then some. So we'll call it 3rd and 9 with 9:07 to go here in the 4th quarter. This is a big 3rd down here for Newport. And again, you got to imagine this is 4-down territory for the Raiders. 3rd and 9 with Stone under center. It's going to be Pooney. And not going to get the first down, but he is going to make it shorter. So what does Chris Childs decide to do here? 4th and 5 from the 25.
8.5 minutes left to go in the 4th
Probably
quarter.
out of field goal range, and you're a little too deep in to punt. And Chris Childs says, let's go for it here on 4th and 5 with his team leading by 1. 8:18 to go here in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 25. Stone gonna throw, and it's incomplete. Broken up. Pass was intended for Calvin Bates. They go on the slant. Bryce Wiley broke it up, number 7.
Ball will be turned over on downs. It'll be first
And
down.
Newport will get the football back with 8:08 to go here in the 4th quarter as they get a turnover on downs. Again, stay tuned at the end of the game for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, and we choose the player that had the greatest impact on today's contest. And we'd also like to thank our sponsors tonight, LaValle Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. So Newport football, 1st and 10 from their own 25, down by 1 with 8:08 to go in the 4th quarter. There's a fumble on the handoff by Sharon, but it's recovered by the offensive lineman, number 79, Mackay Matheson. That is the 4th fumble of the night. It was Jagger Lovely on the carry, and then they got the ball ripped out of his hands, and thankfully for Newport, Matheson fell on it to keep the possession, but it's a loss, and it makes it 2nd and 12. That is the 4th fumble of the night for Newport. First one where they did not lose the fumble. Or the second one, excuse me. 2nd and 12 now for the Tigers. Edwards on the delay, and it's not going to gain much there. And it's going to bring up 3rd and very long. Fumbles have certainly hurt the Tigers here tonight as far as momentum goes, and we hit the 7-minute mark. This is interesting times here, because if you're Newport and you pump this away, Lebanon could grind this clock out. 3rd and 13 for the Tigers. Edwards to throw, it's complete, and fighting for the first down to Josh Sharon, and he has the first down. Edwards to Sharon on a big pickup there.
First down Newport from their own 37-yard line.
14-yard pass completion to Sharon, and a huge 3rd down conversion for the Tigers. And Newport is on the move with 6:37 to go here in the 4th quarter, down by 1. Marius Edwards, the senior quarterback, under center, and he'll hand it off, and a nice shoestring tackle there. Looked like Tanner Ames making the stop for the Raiders. And it's going to be a loss of 1.
Jagger Lovely on the carry, tackled by Cole Shambaugh. Loss on the play. Loss of 2, it'll be 2nd and 12 from the 35-yard line. With 6 minutes to go.
So 2nd and 12, 6 minutes left to go. Tigers on the move. 5:49 and counting. Another handoff to Lovely, and he's stopped right at the line, maybe a half yard on the gain, and it's going to bring up another 3rd and long with 5:33 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Both teams trying to go to 2-0 on the season.
The Raider cheerleaders at the end of the field under the direction of Darcy Bagley. Cheering all night.
So another big 3rd and long here for the Tigers as we approach the 5-minute mark. They're down by 1. Edwards steps up, and he's going to take off and run, and he's going to be hit at the 40, shy of the first down. And another tough decision here for John Proper. You got 4:49 and counting, 4th and 7, down by 1. Ball on your own 40. You do have all 3 timeouts left. But do you want to give the Lebanon offense another shot? And it looks like Proper is going to call for the punt. 4th and 7 from the 40. High end over end kick. It's a good one. And it takes a very nice Newport roll, and they're going to down it inside the 20. And that's where the Raiders will have it with 4:16 to go, 4th quarter. Lebanon 7, Newport 6. Each team, or excuse me, Raiders with 3 timeouts, and Newport has 2 timeouts. Remember, the Tigers had to burn one when they attempted the PAT off the punt block recovery for a touchdown. They missed it. So Newport has 2 timeouts if they do indeed need to use them to stop the clock here. But it's been a good one here tonight. Again, we knew Newport was definitely the underdog here, but their defense has played really good here tonight. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the Raider 22. Pooney gets the carry here. And then a late flag comes flying out of the backfield. And then another late flag comes flying. Not sure if it's for the same play or not, but did see another flag come flying really late. Face mask on Newport. Very costly penalty there for Newport.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty on the face mask. Looks like Naomi Pooney coming up a little bit ginger on the sideline. That's why we have a stoppage here with 4:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. 7-6 Raiders.
We'll replay first down. Ball's at the Raider 29-yard line.
So after the 5 yards, they'll replay first down. It's going to be 1st and 7. 4:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lebanon 7, Newport 6. Newport has 2 timeouts left. Lebanon has all 3. They're certainly would like to milk some clock here. Shambo gets the call there. And it takes a few white jerseys to drag him down. It's going to make it 2nd and short with 3:40 to go here in this one.
Gain of 2 on the play. He's 2nd and a couple yards.
Called 2nd and 2 here. Clock still moving. 3:18 to go. Fourth quarter, 7-6 Raiders. Lebanon in no rush here. Shambo gets the call again.
Cole Shambo on the carry.
All depends on the spot.
Flag on the play.
And then a flag flies in. And it's a hold on the Raiders. Not what you wanted to see there if you're Chris Childs. So what goes from what could have been 3rd and short now is going to be backed up 10 yards with 2:59 on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Penalty would like to recognize tonight's chain game. Tonight we have Tim Dauphiné, Scott King, Peter Daly, and Captain Pat Hayes.
So it's going to be 2nd and 9 here after the hold with 2:55 to go. Again, Newport has 2 timeouts left.
2nd and 9. Ball's on the Raiders.
Down by 1, 7-6 Raiders. Stone looking to throw. He will throw, and it's complete to C.J. Childs. And he has the first down. They rolled Stone out to the left, and C.J. Childs, the junior running back, making the catch out in the flat, and he runs up for a first down, and a big first down for the Raiders. And Newport will be first to burn their second timeout with 2:30 to go here in the fourth quarter, and the Raiders leading it 7-6. Don't forget, next week's YCN Game of the Week will feature girls soccer action as Lebanon hosts Kearsarge. And in 2 weeks, we're right back here for football as the Raiders welcome the Keene Blackbirds in a rare matchup with Keene High School. So make sure you join us right here on YCN and at YCNnow.com. And as we mentioned, I think last week on the broadcast, I believe former Lebanon basketball standout Nate Camp now the head coach of Kearsarge girls soccer. So nice homecoming for the one-time Raider, who, of course, the head coach of Kearsarge boys basketball as well. I'd like to thank our sponsor tonight, Echo Communications. Call them for all your printing needs. These games are live at ycnnow.com and re-air on Sunday and at noon and at 5 p.m. First and 10 for the Raiders. Newport has one timeout left. Raiders up by 1. First down will ice the game. Shambo picks up 4 on the play.
Shambo on the carry.
Brings up second down. Newport not going to call a timeout quite yet. They've got 1 left.
Gain of 3 on the play.
And again, a first down pretty much puts this one to rest for the Raiders in what was not an easy one here tonight.
I'd like to welcome the Newport Tiger cheerleaders to Henry Everton Field. Recognize their hard work now at the end of the track.
Well, Lebanon content on taking this clock down as far as they can here. And Chris Childs is going to call a timeout. So the clock stopped at 1:39. Timeout Raiders. I believe that is their first one used here in the second half. On a second down and 7. So if Newport can get a stop here and then stop on third down, burn the timeout, and hopefully you can get the football back with a minute left to make something happen. So again, next week, the Lebanon Raiders are on the road. They'll take on Plymouth. That'll be a Saturday contest, 2 p.m. start time. And again, Newport also playing on Saturday, October 10th. They'll host Fall Mountain at 1:30. One thing you can say about this new COVID schedule, you're getting some matchups that you wouldn't normally see. Like we mentioned, Lebanon and Keene going at it in 2 weeks. Newport and Fall Mountain, that was a matchup you always saw back in the day. So here we go, 2nd and 7 for the Raiders, up by 1 with 1:39 to go. Stone gonna keep it himself, slips and gonna keep it going, close to a first down. Does he get it? Looks like he does have it. It all depends on the spot. No, first down. And the clock will continue to move. Newport has 1 timeout left, and they're gonna use it here. So just got to figure one more run and play here for Lebanon. Make sure you hang on to the ball, and should be victory formation right thereafter.
With 1:26 to go in the game, we have a score of Raiders 7, Tigers 6.
Make sure you let all our advertisers of YCN Game of the Week know you appreciate their support of local programming here on YCN. If you're watching, give us some love so we know who you are out there. So again, make sure you say hi to us on Facebook. And again, YCN Game of the Week will be soccer action, as it'll be Lebanon and Kearsarge girls soccer, and then football right back here for the Lebanon Raiders taking on Keene. So it's 1st and 10 for the Raiders with 1:26 left to go. Raiders just got to hang on to the ball here. Newport has no timeouts left.
Second down.
And they'll bring up second down. Either way, credit Newport for a well-played game here tonight. Of course, these last 2 meetings between these 2 teams were really one-sided. Lebanon winning 49-7 last year, 47-7 2 years ago. But tonight a much different game, a hard-fought game, and I think if you ask Chris Childs, wouldn't mind the tough challenge here after the convincing win last week over the Stevens Cardinals.
Third down.
Should be one more knee, and that should do it. with 34 seconds left to go. Well, again, even though Newport's not going to come away with a win here tonight, their fans can go home knowing they played a really good football game here tonight. 15 seconds left to go, and the Lebanon Raiders, looks like they're not going to have to take one more knee. This one's going to run all the way down, and the Lebanon Raiders are going to go to 2-0 here on the NHIAA season. A very good football game here tonight. It was competitive, wire to wire, but the Lebanon Raiders come away with a 7-6 victory over the Newport Tigers. It's now time for our H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, when we choose the player that had the greatest impact on today's contest. Some tough choices there tonight. Calvin Bates made a nice, great play earlier. Cameron Davio came up with a couple of fumble recoveries tonight. But we'll go with Jackson Stone tonight as he punched in the 2-yard touchdown run that proved to be the winner here tonight as they win it 7-6. So the Newport Tigers fall to 1-1. They will host Fall Mountain next Saturday, October 10th, a 1:30 kickoff. And the Lebanon Raiders, they are at Plymouth a week from tomorrow, October 10th, for a 2 p.m. kickoff. Back here at Emerton Memorial Field on the 16th, hosting Keene at 7 p.m. And don't forget, our next YCN game of the week will be girls soccer, Lebanon and Kearsarge. So make sure you stay tuned for programming updates on YCNnow.com and on the YCN Facebook page. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Once again, the final score, Lebanon 7, Newport 6. You've been watching YCN Game of the Week. Have a great night, everybody.